Hello and welcome back to Tutorial Grounds. Today I'm going recap a 2012 romance movie called Shameless. The film begins with a young man named Tadek, who is riding the train without a ticket. Tadek is spotted by a young woman named Ermina as he is doing this, and she is with her family at the time. Later, after stopping for ice cream on the way to meet his stepsister Anka, Tadek arrives at his apartment. Anka opens the door without wearing anything. She was waiting for her boyfriend to arrive, so when she sees Tadek over there, she feels a little uncomfortable. Anka barely speaks to Tadek before getting ready and waiting for her lover Andre to arrive before getting in his car and leaving. Tadek, who has always liked his stepsister, becomes incredibly envious of all of this because, up until that point in the evening, Anka only saw him as her brother. Tadek has to sleep in the bathtub the following morning because Anka and her partner were highly inebriated when they returned home. Andre attempts to make friends with Tadek and tells her that he is getting married soon, but today doesn't pay much attention to Andre because he despises her. Tadek and Anka speak after Andre departs. Tadek explains to Anka that he has just been here for the summer and that he will return to the aunt's house after this. Tadek then returns to his school, and Ermina also attends this school. This is the same girl we saw at the beginning of the film. When she first met Tadek, Ermina recognized him, and she later began to like him and even treat him like her husband. After school, Ermina changes out of her jeans because her family forbade wearing them. When she gets home, she discovers that guests have arrived and hear about Ermina's engagement to a local gangster named Lotus. At this point, Lattice's rival gang enters and wrecks Lattice's car, making Lotus very angry. On the other hand, Anka shows Tadek wearing an expensive dress, and Anka adores this dress. On this towering deck requests that he clear out the room where Andre had put his goods. That same night, Tadek notices some old photographs of Anka wearing a tiny dress. The following day, Andre has his stuff taken away, and Tadek is given a room at school. Tadek befriends one of Andre's acquaintances, who informs him that Andre is married and has 2 children. Tadek goes and tells Anka all of this, but Anka already knew this, so she becomes enraged and tells Tadek to stay away from her personal life. A few days later, Anka learns that Tadek is staying not just for the summer but forever, and she tells him that he cannot stay here because she is aware of Tadek's perception of her. Anka also discovers her underwear in Tadek's bed. Tadek begins packing his things as Anka angrily orders him to leave. In the meantime, Anka receives this month's electricity bill outside. She hasn't paid her bill in several months, so the electrician warns her that if she doesn't pay it soon, the house's electricity will be turned off. The electrician then tries to touch Anka. Tadek was sent to live with her aunt even when she was a child, and as a result, Anka hasn't forgotten and began to cry. When Tadek returns home, he finds Anka's boyfriend having an intimate relationship with another girl. After some time, Anka returns home, and Andre is caught. The following day, Tadek goes to the market, where he meets Ermina. They talk for a while, and then Ermina also tells him that she wants to marry him. Tadek considers this to be a joke and he doesn't take it too seriously. Tadek visits Anka in bed that night to comfort her and drifts off to sleep. Anka tells her to return to her bed. The following day, Tadek goes to return some of Andre's belongings. Upon returning home, he learns that Andre has many political connections, and upon learning that their power has been cut, he inquires of Anka about it, upon learning that he has not paid the bill for several months. However, after hearing this, Tadek considers making financial arrangements. He then begins working part-time to do so, and in the meantime, he meets Ermina, whom he informs of his need for financial assistance, but informs Tadek about his family, to which Ermina responds angrily and departs. Presently at home, as Anka changes into a new outfit, Tadek begins secretly observing her. Tadek then goes to meet Ermina in her colony, where the residents were gangsters, and he begins beating him as a thief. However, Ermina arrives just in time to save him and inform the gang members that Tadek's dad is a cop. Then, when Tadek informs Ermina that he needs money, On the same evening, Ermina leads Tadek to a building where they both steal a carpet. The following day, Ermina skillfully sells the carpet in the market for a profit, and they receive some money. However, even this was insufficient to pay the bill. Ermina then instructs Tadek to meet him in an hour. After returning home, Ermina tells her family that she wants to study medicine. When they all begin to laugh, Ermina talks to her mother about it, but she responds that her father is obstinate and won't agree. Subsequently, Ermina steals some of her father's money and gives it to Tadek. Tadek promises to never forget this work of his and to be there for him at all times. Tadek then pays the electricity bill. Seeing the light. Anka is very happy and goes to the bathroom to take a shower. Tadek goes to meet him and even brings him ice cream of his favorite flavor, and after eating the ice cream for a while, Anka starts bathing again. At this point, Ermina calls Tadek and calls her downstairs and tells him that she needs to talk to him about something important, but Tadek says that he is currently very busy and can't talk any longer. Hearing this, Ermina feel awful, and she leaves and returns to her home. Tadek goes to the bathroom. Taking his clothes off, he enters the bathtub. Anka is very upset when she sees this and asks Tadek to leave, but Tadek refuses, so Anka herself exits the bathtub in a fit of rage. Later, when Tadek is alone, Anka goes to her and explains that he can't stay here because he doesn't want to be with her but to be intimate with her. After some thought, Anka accepts Tadek's viewpoint and becomes intimate with Tadek. Our movie ends here. Click the subscribe button.